What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, or as always, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Today I'm actually going to be attempting, I've never done anything this far before, but I'm going to be attempting to color match my grill. As you can see, the chrome's starting to flake off, and then the Chevy emblem looks gross. I'm probably just going to paint that black. I'm going to get all that back to black, and I'm going to match this chrome piece with the white. I think that just looks a whole lot better than just a random chrome. And I'm gonna eventually be color matching that, but I'll have to get a new bumper first, and then the back bumper. I've got some ideas for the back bumper, but I might leave that as a surprise for you guys, not really tell you right now. But as you know, either way I'm gonna need a new back bumper. So some of you guys might already have an idea of what that is, but I'll just save that for a later video because I don't know when that's going to be able to happen. Sorry about my hand, I touched my truck and it's dirty. But let's get to getting this grill off. It's real easy. There's really no screws, anything. It's just these clips. I think there's 4 of them. Unless you want to take this whole thing off, then there's 6 of them. Or, yeah, 7 of them, right. And then this just pops out. But be careful, especially with these edge pieces. This part likes to break. So just take your time, don't rush, don't get irritated, and it'll all come off good. So I'll get to taking that off, and then I'll be back probably with this up on a thing. I'm going to try to disassemble the whole grill so I don't have to tape anything off and worry about getting overspray everywhere. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so as you can see now, it's off. Like I said, it's really not that bad. There's a clip here, clip down there, clip there, and then the 2 on the sides. And I kind of figured out why that chrome was chipping a little bit on mine, and it's because it's a little broken. I'll show you here. It's kind of folds up, but it didn't come completely off, so maybe I can still fix that. I'm gonna try my best, but like I said, I'm gonna try to get rid of that, do all this stuff. So upon further investigation, I can't really take this apart. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't really know how to put all these little plastic welds back. I didn't realize they were melted like that. I thought it was kind of all screwed together. But I did go ahead and unscrew the emblem. It's just these little metal screws. But be careful with these. It's a 10 millimeter, by the way. But be careful with these because these are metal, but these little studs are plastic. So if you put too much force on them in the beginning, you'll break these tabs off, unless you have a new emblem. If you have a new emblem, it's not really going to matter. But if you're keeping your old emblem or redoing it like I'm doing it, just remember to be careful with it. I put a little bit of WD-40 on mine first. I'm gonna have to clean that off to paint it, obviously, but put a little bit on there first just to kind of make sure it was gonna go smooth. I didn't know how, rusty they were, the bolts at least. I didn't know how rusty they were on that little stud. So I did that. So there's my emblem. As you can see, it's all sorts of messed up, so I'm gonna be pretty happy to be redoing that. Emblem's out of there, and I've already been kind of picking at it a little bit, but I found out from where that was peeling up, I just kind of started peeling off that, so that way I don't have to try to get something to stick to this. It might take a little longer, but I feel like it'll probably come out better with this. Almost like it's almost like a primered surface already. I'm obviously going to re-hit it with some primer after I clean it up, but I think it'll just look a lot better than trying to get it to stick to that chrome, because as most of you car guys know, especially if you're painters, it's nearly impossible to get anything to stick to chrome. It can be done, but it's a way bigger pain than just if I peel this off and it sticks to it good. So I'm gonna get to peeling this off some more, and the next time you probably see it, this should all be stripped and start shooting some paint down. So after a while of trying to peel that off, I got most of it off. Some of it's still on there, but I sanded all that down, and hopefully when I put that primer in there, I got like a filler primer because I got little nicks in here, so hopefully it can fill up the surface a little bit, that none of that really will be a problem. But most of the parts you'll see I got off. It's just mainly this under part and then under here. So hopefully that's not going to be that big of an issue. So I got it all taped off. I could probably do better, but I didn't really tape any of this off because it's all getting painted black anyways. So I'll just be sure to tape off this real good. It's one of the reasons why I really wanted to try to take it apart, but it's like I showed you before, it's like plastic welded in there and I don't want to mess with any of that. So now I think I'm gonna start putting the primer on and show you guys all that. So let me show you what I'm working with here. I got the Duplicolor Perfect Match. That's obviously going to be for the white on the where the chrome used to be, clear coat, and that's my primer. It's like a scratch filler primer, and then that's just going to be for the honeycombs because I didn't really need anything fancy for that. So that's pretty much it, just these 4 things, and then obviously I got my sandpaper and all that stuff. But again, I guess let's start laying down the primer on this, and hopefully I can get it looking pretty good. I got everything done. The grill's all taped off. I just laid down the black. I didn't putting down the clear on that because the camera is about to die, and I don't think my other battery's charged yet. But I did start spraying this while I was going between coats on that. I did 3 coats of each, 3 coats of primer, 3 coats of paint, and then 3 coats of clear. I don't know if you have to do it like that, but I just like to do as much as I can, get it looking the best I can. I waited about 10 minutes between all the coats. Kind of did the same thing with that one. That one's a little easier. Now it does get tricky painting these honeycombs because you got to get up this way, up that way, down this way, and then down that way. So I mean, I think it's looking pretty good. The good thing about the honeycombs is you don't really have to worry so much about runs, because technically, as long as you're not like on this backside up here, if you're just in the honeycombs, the runs actually somewhat help you, because you'll spray it and then it'll run down and just kind of seep into everywhere it needs to be. So that part's kind of cool. But I'm gonna wait for this to dry, and then I'll come back and show you guys me taking all this stuff off. Hopefully I didn't get too much overspray anywhere. If I did, that'll be a real bummer. But I think I taped it off good enough and got it good enough covered that I won't have to worry about that. So next time you see this, I'll be untaping it. All right, I had to go swap the battery out in the camera. It was 100% charged, so that's pretty cool. But I got all the tape off. You can see the color difference. That's just really dirty. I didn't clean any of that up, which I probably should have, make it look a little better, but I mean, it'll come back out once I actually give it a good bath. But that looks real good. I'm really happy with that. And then the emblem came out pretty good. I was also pretty happy with that. I kind of like the finish. Came out a lot clearer than I thought. But so I figured I put this in, and then my wife said I should get it on video. It's kind of cool. But so the piece de resistance, pop that in there, and I think that's gonna look real good on the truck. All right, guys, so I got everything back together in the truck. All of it's painted. It's fairly dry. It's still a little wet, but I just figured the rest of it just dry the rest of the way on the truck. So without further ado, here it is. All right, guys, so I mean, there it is. Like I said, I'm gonna eventually color match that front bumper, but I gotta get a new one since it's all bent. And I told you, keeping it a surprise on the back bumper for now, because I don't know how all that's gonna work out. But I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, comment down below. Let me know. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I'm not a professional painter, so don't take anything that I've done as an exact how-to. If you find your own way to do it, just kind of use this as a starting point. So like I said, I think that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of stuff. If you have a cat eye, you want to do stuff to it, I'm trying to do more stuff to it. Or let me know what else you want to see. If you're tired of seeing the truck, let me know that. If you want to see the car Jeep more, let me know that. If you want to see something else, maybe I can talk my wife into getting something else. But for right now, I'm working with what I got. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.